Chargers taking on the New Orleans Saints. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Now back to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that was knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Nice throw there by the rookie from Ole Miss. He's got his guys a first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Come on, ready.
Back to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that one too far in front, he couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. But you look at this Bronco defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky there, able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room. Carter doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a first down. Here's Nix. And this is caught at the end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
For the Broncos.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On the move past the 40. Touchdown, New Orleans. Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated grooves. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 24 yards to gain there, another first down as well.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. To throw is Nix. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. This will go as an 11-yard loss there on 1st and goal. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Nix to the air. And this is caught for Bronco touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Pratt. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw, here's Nix. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Now it's Nix. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Saints. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
All right.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41.
Hey, bombers. Chill. Away.
Throwing Nix. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's going to be incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's second and 10. Dillon up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third and 12.
Captain. Ready.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. He's got it his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
First down, Broncos.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Bombers, bombers, bombers.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And it'll be intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Looking to put a drive together.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
Back to throw here. And this is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. Quality coverage that time to slow down has been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Nix from the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. It's Sutton. He'll get only 3 there, so he leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fixed that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Nick's going to keep this himself. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. That's going to back him up almost a full 10 yards. It's going to be a loss of 9 officially, and it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jahdae Barron. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Bombers, bombers, away. Captain.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Nix. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
They'll look to throw again. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before break. Nix. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Nix to throw again. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The drive starts with a run for Achane. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's fourth down.
Here comes the Saints punter now. Standing just about on his own goal line. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And they will take over first and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Another big gainer, 2 in succession as this one goes for 32. Now a first and 10 at the 11.
First down, Denver.
Operating from the gun, Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 10 yards out.
And the Broncos add 6 to their lead.
Lutz with the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Saints 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a first and 10.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
Second and 10.
Defensively.
Looking to throw. Robbins. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
For a Saints first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down.
That one out wide and intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct, and what the team and organization is hoping.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Saints 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Unable to corral him. He fights through.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Complete on the deep ball.
But when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Out of the gun now on third down.
That is incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They're going to try and throw. He'll try to do it himself. That's to his running back, complete. Powering his way forward. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Let's go now. Go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Spinning away. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He hits his target, left side, Watson. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Broncos' 39-yard line.
Back to throw again. A complete once again to Watson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. That is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Back to throw. Robbins. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here we go, set. 1918.
Looking to throw. Robbins. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Bronco defense comes up big. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Bombers, bombers, bombers.
Here's Nix. Wide open receiver, complete. How about this? He's to the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Broncos are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
For the Broncos.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Throwing to start the drive. Robbins.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Next to the air.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Broncos are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Out to the right here to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First down.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Looking to throw.
Going right back to Wilson.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9.
Here we go. Here we
Brings
go.
up 2nd and 1.
They'll drop to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Now the try here for the point after. And the lead is down to 24.
Makes the score Broncos 45, Saints 21.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I think it's fair to say to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
To throw, here's Nix. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier.
Well, Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
Nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Brings up second down at the 50.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Broncos, 19.
They'll look to throw here. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, And that will force a turnover on downs. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
That is